Good morning. This is Galactic Soul Healing. My name is Sonia, and today we have a little Blue Avian influence coming through, and it's going to be doing a reading kind of with our beautiful Fairy Wisdom Oracle deck, because they have told me that it'd be nice to have a little bit of whimsy, fun, a bit of fantasy, mysticalness, because we humans are actually becoming beings of mystical galactic wonder. We are becoming awesome. So they just wanted to kind of, give us a hand. Give us some visions and images of encouragement. Okay, I have my little clear quartz crystal here today, which helps the messages come through nice and clearly, to do with the cards, which will come out in a minute. And also have this one, I think is opalite. It's just awesome. It's really kind of, this is definitely my Blue Avian stone. I don't know why. Yeah, it's just my Blue Avian stone. You might find that as well, like you start getting communicating with other collectives. You might have certain crystals that kind of help with certain collectives. I don't know, that could be a thing. So here we are shuffling, and I'd really like to thank Blue Avians for their encouragement, their positivity, their awesomeness, their support, guidance, help, their ability to uplift basically, their higher frequency, really helping us out. I'm just really grateful for that. Yes, as we pull the images out and I sort of offer an interpretation, if something I say does not resonate, please do not take it on. If some things I say or all of it resonates, certainly look into it for yourself. Also just going over the fact that we work with the subconscious, we work with image, to stimulate the subconscious. Okay, I'm not a awesome shuffler. Oh my god. Some people do that thing where, the card that flips out. I know I'm supposed to look at that, but I don't know, I just like order for some reason. I've just got to pull them out when we're ready. I really love the backs of these cards. They're kind of awesome. And in a second we're going to cut the deck, and I'm just going to pull out 4 cards for today. And also like to thank any other light beings or angels, archangels, spirit guides that come forward and work with Blue Avian energy as well. If they assist us, that'd be awesome. But yeah, the Blue Avians are it's happened again. The Blue Avians are the driving force behind this reading today, and I'm just really thankful to be in contact with them. It's just fantastic. Okay, let us pull 1, 2, 3, 4. The rest go over here, and here we go. Let's pull the first card. Now, these are just going to be messages from them to us, from high frequency beings to us. Now, the oldest fairy. Okay. Now, this is alluding to a couple of things. One of them is you're never too old to have a bit of fun. You're never too old to indulge in your fun things you like to do. Okay. And the other thing is that many of us are actually old souls. We've been around for a lot longer than we think. We've had past lives galactic, past lives on Earth. So hence, a lot of us are carrying a lot of wisdom, which is one of the things that, happens with age. The older we get and the more we've been around, the more wisdom, the more knowledge, the more skills, the more things we accumulate, okay? So it's really a case of saying, we really got to congratulate ourselves and just really start tapping into that wisdom. Now he's standing on his little toadstool there, or a pedestal, or whatever. I think that's looks like a little watering can. So he's actually watering or taking care of his little mini garden here, or the particular plants in this, and the little flowers, little bluebells. And look, he has wings. And I just think that's awesome. The other thing too is that for our the older people of our current collective, we can show them a little bit of TLC and help them along, even helping them out with their garden, or cooking the odd meal or whatever, just sharing a little bit of time with the older people of our population, because they're having a hard time of things too, like everyone else. And I'm just going to hold that up. This is the awesome little book that comes with Mr. Oracle. There may well be just a little catchphrase word that they have put on here as well. And sorry, I just had to right, it says timelessness. Yeah, that's the key word with this one. So it's like it's almost like eternal. And you know what? This is an awesome little poem. I'm going to read this because it's so fantastic. My body is a temple wherein resides spirit. I love and appreciate my body for all the ways that it serves me. I visualize my body only in positive ways. I speak to my body only in positive words. I speak of my body only in positive words. I speak to my body, and then it says speak of my body only in positive words. Yep. I think of my body only in positive ways. For it is through visualization, speech, and thought that I tell my body how it is to react to the world around it and to the years that it resides on earth. I ask that my body be engulfed in love and in joy. So be it. And do you know what it says at the bottom here? It says avoid clocks today. So that is an awesome little tip as well. It's about being in time, not basically having some time in your week where you're not running to schedule, because that also allows you to just get into flow and get into your joy and your happiness. Because I think Blue Avians is telling me, yes, that often when you have the schedule or the time, the things that you've got to do, that can sometimes take the joy out of things, because you've got strict time things in order to do them. Okay, it does tend to take the joy out of it if you've got to work to strict schedules. Okay, but therein lies also a little tip to learn how to perhaps be in a schedule, but have those moments where you are not thinking about the schedule, even though you're in it. That's kind of hard. Anyway, let's go to the next card. Oh wow, we have the redhead here, and that says trespasses. I think this is about boundaries, number 56, and a little bit of dragon energy there. She's obviously quite strong, steadfast, emitting a certain amount of power coming from there. And let's just check the little keyword here as well. It's really hard. There's like lots of cards in this deck, and it's very hard to remember all the keywords, so I apologise for that. However, there's a good reason. Right. Yes, it is boundaries. That's what I was about to say. Boundaries. So, I come to the fairy bridge and say the magic words, and this is like a little spiritual ritual that you can have for yourself. All false boundaries drop from me. I come with a clear mind and free spirit. I am open to possibilities. I am respected and I respect others. Harmony resides in my soul, so be it. And then it says sneak into the fairy realm today. You know the interesting thing? That reminds me of a little thing that we spoke about on one of the other readings. And that was sitting down and having a little cup of tea with your higher self. That's like entering it's entering your higher self realm, okay? And by doing that, you're actually releasing false boundaries. Because as we go through the motions in life, sometimes we've got to put up these things, right? Boundaries around us, which are for good reason. But sometimes it's really nice to just sit by yourself somewhere, have a cup of tea with your higher self, and just go, okay, I'm just going to drop all that falsity, and now I'm just going to be my authentic being, and just have a look at in what ways I could work on my creativity, my intuition, or sensitivities. You know, how can I honour them more? How can I explore them? How could I integrate them in my life a little bit more? Maybe you might want to work on having a little schedule, or maybe you want to do a little course online about anything that in those areas. And this is about really just taking a little stand for yourself, maybe once a week, even if you just catch half an hour for yourself. And sometimes I find it's much easier to do that if I have time to myself in the house, if that's at all possible, where people are not going to be coming and knocking on your door, or your family are out, and things like that. It might be a good idea to just really take a little bit of time. That's also what Blue Avian is saying, is that this having the boundaries actually helps with your self-awareness. Okay? And it helps you to identify what you can do to raise your frequency, because as you know, the more authentic we are being, and the more we can access our higher self, the more this is going to raise our frequency. So this is all in the interest of raising frequency. Okay. And the word was boundaries there, but it's about probably creating boundaries for you so that you can explore your spiritual aspect, your higher frequency. Okay. Your creativity, your intuition, your sensitivities. It might even be like you just want to watch, if you're into fairies, you might just want to watch a fairy movie on TV or something, That can kind of do something for your soul as well, if that's what you are interested in. Look at that. Human myth. That is a little dragon. And you know what I love about these cards? I've actually got fairy energy and dragon energy in them. And dragons are really wise and awesome. And there's been some really high frequency, very creative dragons around in existence in the universe, which we can take encouragement from. They have been portrayed as destructive, e.g. Smaug or Smorg in The Hobbit, or Lord of the Rings, whichever one that was, and other sorts of myths as well. However, there are also high frequency benevolent dragon energies out there. So this is about connection. Okay. It's the human myth, and the poem here is fairies dear, fairies sweet, if by chance we soon shall meet, it is true that I do be. Leave your realm and come to see. Beat your wings as you retreat, and I will feel the air. I'll know that you do come to greet, and I will meet you there. So be it. And it says, read an inspirational story today. And that might even be, watching an inspirational movie. Something that's uplifting and positive. So it says here, the dragon fairy is reading about the human myth. She is sure that we do exist, but sometimes she needs a little reassurance to keep her faith going. She knows that spirit exists, as she is very conscious of her connection to nature and creation. The human myth is that we are separate from spirit. This is the story that we as humans tend to tell ourselves. We must recognize our unity with all else in existence. What a pity to waste so much time denying our own place in the universe. Sometimes our daily reality gets in the way of our being able to feel our connection with spirit. Okay, and this is what we're talking about with trespasses. It's really taking that time out for yourself to just have a cup of tea with your higher self, because your higher self connects to spirit. Okay, that's your spiritual aspect, the higher self. So the human myth is like it's almost like a bit of a parody on the reverse, because it's a case of, if that was a person, and this would be about the dragon myth or the spirit myth, it would be like, we need to read up to kind of keep our faith intact, and the dragon's actually doing that for humans, because it's in a different realm. So but it's really about taking time out, and remember that all things are connected. You're connected to spirit and all of creation. So that's an awesome little card. It's one about connection, which is definitely, these are definitely all interrelated, actually. Even the oldest fairy, sometimes as we get older, because other responsibilities tend to drop away a little bit, we do tend to move towards spirit more. Okay, you could sense that happening as well. All right, let's go. The next one is the source of magic. Wow, that is cool. There is a four-armed being there, which is, so I'm trying to stop waving it around. Put it back where you can see it, which one's got a, yep. And definitely a blue avian feel, definitely a this is why the avians, I think, love the fairy very well, because it's it is fun, very high frequency, light, whimsical, and I love the fairies. They're awesome. I replenish my body with this breath of spirit. I exhale in order that I may inhale again. My thoughts and words are clear and divinely inspired. I am open to receiving my good. I manifest all that is divinely possible for me. So be it. A little fun thing here, it says make yourself a wand today, and that can be a little craft thing that you want to do. Manifestation. So and this is definitely true, what we just mentioned at the start, that we are becoming mystical beings of galactic wonder. It's actually emphasizing that here. It says magic is not just for fairies, that we humans are also a source of magic. Every time you inhale and exhale, you're breathing in energy of source. Okay, and the energy and the source of all that is, okay, it resides in everything in our universe and within your own body. As a human being on earth, you are endowed with a gift of manifestation. Through your thoughts, visualization, feelings and words, everything in your world you have thought into existence. Remember that what you focus on is what grows into manifestation. So that's being very aware of the power of your feelings, the power of your thoughts, the power of your actions, even the power of your beliefs too, and your values. Okay, and that's really about the more we become in line with this here about connection, okay, the more the higher frequency we'll be able to come, we will able to become, and the more spiritual we're going to become, and the more fantastical, really. Like, we're going to look in about 10 years time, we're going to look back and go, wow, how did we ever do what we did? But we're all in this together, and I think we are doing absolutely awesome. And Blue Avians are like going, yep, humans are fantastic. I mean, someone's actually come up with these images, okay, and that's amazing. We definitely need the arts. We need story. We need music. Dance. All types of art. Story. This is why sometimes movies are very visual. Okay, So they will definitely also appeal to your subconscious. You can use movies in that way, obviously in moderation. But yeah, I really love these images, and yeah, a little bit of fun, a fun fantasy and whimsy and a bit of mysticalness for us today. So I'm going to leave you with those images. You can, of course, take a screenshot, try and get my head out of there. And yeah, thank you, Blue Avians, for that, and any other light beings that filtered through to assist us. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you next time. Have an awesome day. Bye.